viewers, welcome back to Easy Mathematics. We thank God today is another day. Last week we started with solution based on 2021 mathematics past question, and we solved question 1, question 2. Today we want to look at the question 3 and question 4. Good. So when we take the question 3a, the question 3a says, if r is equal to negative 4, negative 5, that's the vector negative 4, negative 5, and m, which is the vector m, is negative 1, negative 2. Find p, given that p is equal to r minus m. So with what we have been given, we are coming to find the value of p. So we will say p is equal to r minus m. And we've given vector r as negative 4, negative 5. And m as negative 1, negative 2. So since we know r and we know m, we'll just substitute. So r was given as negative 4, negative 5, minus m, which was given as negative 1, negative 2. So with this, I have an expression which is negative 4 minus negative 1. So negative 4 minus negative 1. Let's put this in a bracket. And the second one, we have negative 5 minus negative 2, also in a bracket. Then we enclose this one to get the vector. Now here, we were told that when negative and negative multiplies, the two gives or produces positive. So we are going to say or get an expression which is negative 4, negative times negative, giving me positive 1. Also, negative 5, negative and negative also gives me positive 2. And this becomes 8 for me to write or simplify. Now here I have negative 4 plus 1. You owe 4, you have 1. Because positive means you own and negative means you owe. So if I owe 4 and I have 1, if I pay, I'll still owe 3, which is negative 3. Also, you owe, you have. If you pay, you have negative 3. So we can therefore conclude and say, therefore, p is equal to negative 3, negative 3. So we've been able to simplify or find the value of p. Now when you come to the second one, which is b, the b says that the sum of two numbers is 81. If the second number is twice the first, find the second number. This is algebraic expression in word problem form. The sum of two numbers. We don't know those two numbers. So what do? Represent those numbers with a variable. So let's say, let a be equal to the first number. And also b be equal to the second number. Because I don't know the variables, the numbers, I'm going to represent them with the variable. So a is the first number, b is the second number. So assuming I know my first number as a and my second number as b, when you come to the question, it says that the sum, which is when we put those two numbers together, we are going to get 81. So their sum is 81. So I'm going to say the first number, which is the first, plus the second number gives me 81. And that is the first expression. When you continue, it says that if the second number is, we were told that in algebraic, when you hear is in the word problem, it means equal to. So if the second number, what is the second number? B, is twice the first. So the second number, which is B, is twice, which is 2 times the first, giving me 2a. So I have the first equation, the second equation. So this gives me equation 1, and this gives me equation 2, which is simultaneous equation if we are solving. So to solve this equation simultaneously, we can see clearly that equation 2 says that B is equal to 2a. So we are going to put equation 2 into equation 1 where B is. We have equation 1 as A plus B is equal to 81. This is the equation 1. Then with the equation 2 here, we have B is equal to. So it means B is the same as 2A. So this 2A, we will substitute it at where the B is, because B is 2A. So to do the substitution, we are going to get A plus B, but B is 2A. So plus 2A is equal to 81. Then this becomes a simple equation. A plus 2A gives us 3A is equal to 81. Then what do you do from here? We divide both sides by the letter we don't need, which is 3. So dividing is going to give us 3A is equal to 81. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So this will cancel out this, giving us A is equal to, then 3 will cancel itself 1, 3 into 81, 27 times. So A is equal to 27. And we've been able to find A, which is the first number, as we indicated that let A be equal to the first number. Now we have been asked to find the second number from the question. So how do we get the second number? The second number is B. And we were told that B is equal to twice the first number. So to find B, I am going to say B is equal to 2A. What is A? A is 27. So B is equal to 2 times A, which is 27. And if you multiply 2 times 27, it is going to give you 54. So I'm going to state my answer as B is equal to 54. So therefore, the second number is 54. And if you add the first number, which is the A, plus the second number, which is the B, is going to give you 81, as it was stated from the question, that the sum of the two numbers is 81. So the second number is 54. And this is what we were asked, or we were supposed to do last year, 2021. Then we have the last question for B, for the number 3. It says that a floor of a rectangular hall. So let's assume that this is the rectangular hall. This is the rectangular hall. It's of length 9 meters and width 4 meters. So we have here the length as 9 meters and the width as 4 meters. How many tiles of 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters can be used to cover the floor completely. So you've been asked to calculate the number of tiles that can be used to fill this floor with 9 meters long and 4 meters wide. Now the first thing we are going to do is to find the area of the rectangular plot. Find the area. And the area of a rectangle is calculated as the length times the width or the breadth. And what is the length? 9 meters. The width, 4 meters. So substitute. This is going to give me 9 times 4, which is equal to 36. So the area of the rectangle is going to give me 36 meters squared. This is the area of the rectangular floor. Now the question was asking, how many 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters tiles can completely fill the room? Also, we are going to find the area of the tile. So area of the tile. So let's say this is A1, this is A2. So area of the tiles, sorry, the same as A1, is A2. And the tile is also length times width, which is 20 by 30. When you multiply 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters, you are going to get 600 centimeters squared. So let me bring my cm. So this is the area of the tile. For one, this is the area. And the total rectangular hall is this. So for me to know the number of tiles that can fill in this rectangular square, I have to divide this area by this area. So I'm going to say 36 meters cubed divided by 600 centimeters square. Sorry, because it's area. Now we can't divide this because they don't have the same units. So I am going to change this one to centimeters to make the calculation possible. Or I'll change this one to meters. So if I want to change this into into centimeters, I am just going to multiply this by 100, because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 meter will give us 100 centimeters. So if I want 360 in 36 in centimeters, I'm going to multiply the 36 by 100, which is going to give me 3,600 divided by 600. So all now in centimeters squared, Then you divide. Now you can divide, because we've changed this one into centimeters. So we will say centimeter square will cancel centimeter square. 2 zeros cancels out 2 zeros. 6 here 1, 6 into 36 6 times, and you are going to get 6. Since you have 6, it means you need 6 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters tiles to fill or complete that hole. So we are going to say, therefore, we need 6 centimeters, or therefore 6 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters tiles are needed. And this is the number of tiles that you need to fill the rectangular hole. Sorry for that. So this is the answer for number 3C. Now let's look at the number 4. Number 4A. because of time, we have to brush through quickly. Number 4A, it says that Enchiwa bought 25 mangoes, 7 of which were unripe. What percentage of the mangoes were ripe? So how many mangoes did she buy? She bought 25. 7 were unripe. And you have been asked to find the percentage of the one that is ripe. So it means, first of all, find the number of ripe mangoes. So number of ripe mangoes. And this is going to give you the total mango she bought minus the unripe. So 25, if you take away 7, you have 18 left. So this is going to give us 18 ripe mangoes. Now the question is, what is the percentage of the ripe? So to calculate the percentage, we are going to say the ripe number, which is 18, over the total number of mangoes she bought, 25, times percentage, 100%. Then you simplify. 25 can go into 100 how many times? 25 here 1, 25 here 4. Then you have 18 times 18 times 4. Now 8 will multiply 4, giving you 32. Then the 3 becomes a remainder, giving you 72%. So in terms of percentage for the ripe mangoes, we have 72%. So this means that 72% of the mangoes are ripe. And this is how you calculate for the percentage. First, find the number of ripe by subtracting the unripe from the total mangoes. Then the ripe over the total mangoes multiplied by 100. You solve it out, you are going to get 72%. Thank you. Let's take a short commercial break. We'll be back. Welcome back. Sorry for that commercial break. We had to clean this side so that we will be able to continue with our solution. So this is the number 4A. Now let's come to the number 4B. Number 4B, you have x maps to y, 1 maps to -1, 2 maps to 2, 3 maps to 5, and so on and so forth. You can see it clearly there. And when you continue below this one, it says that the mapping shows the relationship between x and y. The relationship between x and y. Find the I rule for the mapping. Values of m and n. Now we are in Form 3, and this is a BECE question. But this topic was taught in Form 2. How can we find the rule of the mapping? Because the number 4B, this is 4BI. It says find the rule. Now to find the rule of any map, you have to come and do some workings on the map given. We were told previously that the x values are known as the domain values. And these are the codomain values. So first, let's see if we can calculate and know the difference in the codomain and the domain values. So come to the domain. You can notice that the differences are 1, because I added 1 to get 2, added 1 to get 3, added 1 to get 4, which means the differences here are 1. It means they are the same. Good. And when you come to the codomain, when you pick the second number and you subtract this from it, you are going to get 3. If you pick the third and subtract this, you are going to get what? 3. Noticing that the difference of the codomain are also the same. Since we know the differences of the domain and the codomain, then we are going to use the rule which says y is equal to y is equal to ax plus b. Y is equal to ax plus b. And what is a? We will have to solve for a. We will also have to solve for b. The y and the x here represent these values. So a is the first one to solve for. And a is always equal to the difference in the codomain over the difference in the domain. How can I calculate for the difference in the codomain? Come to the map. Ignore this one. These are the relations, x and y. Starting from the first one. With the codomain, pick the second value and subtract the first from it. What are you going to get? 2 minus negative 1 is going to give you 3. 5 minus 2, you are going to get 3. 8 minus this, you are going to get 3. So you notice that the differences here is 3. So the change in codomain is going to give you 3 over change in domain. Take the second also, subtract the first. Take the third, subtract the second. Noticing that you are going to get 1, which means a is equal to 3. So in place of a here, you are going to write what? 3. Because we solve a as 3. So rewrite the equation here, which is y is equal to ax plus b. But we know a, so we are going to put 3 there and say y is equal to 3x plus b. Then now we are left with b to solve for. So how can I solve for b? To solve for b, we are coming to pick any pair of values here. We pick its x corresponding y. We pick the y its corresponding x. Then we substitute there to find the b. So if I want to pick this 2, I'll pick the x there and its y. So in place of 2, this y here, I'll place it here and write 2 is equal to 3x. What is the x for this 2? It's also 2. So I'll put it here, 2. Plus b. If I solve this, I am going to get 2 is equal to 3 times 2 will give me 6 plus b. From here, what do? You group like terms by bringing the 6 this way, giving me 2 minus 6 is equal to b. From here, so this is going to give me negative 4 is equal to b, which means b is equal to negative 4. So in place of b here, this b, I'm going to substitute it with negative 4. So I'm going to say y is equal to 3x plus negative 4. Don't just write 4, because the negative is for the 4. And when negative and positive meet, it changes to negative. So this is going to give me y is equal to 3x minus 4. And this becomes the rule for the map or the mapping. You can try it and see. 2, if you pick this as your x value and put it here, 3, 1 is 3 minus 4, negative 1. If you pick x as 2, 3 times 2 is 6 minus 4, 2. And that means the rule is correct. And solutions on this, we've talked about it in the previous videos. So you can go for it and try more examples. So the number 4bi, find the rule for the mapping. This is your answer. We go to the next one. Find the values of m and n. So we have the number BII. You have to find the values of this m, which is y value, and the value of n, which is x value. So to find for m, using the same rule, what is the rule? Y is equal to 3x minus 4. Sorry. So m is what we are finding for. Now where is the m located? It is located at the y, which is the codomain. So in place of this y, we are going to write m is equal to 3x. What is the corresponding x value for m? Is 8. So you place it there, then you multiply. Minus 4. So m is going to give me 3 times 8 is 24. Minus 4. So it means m is equal to 20. We solve for m. With the same rule, which is y is equal to 3x minus 4. But this time, we are going to solve for n. And where does n belongs to? N belongs to the domain, which is the x value. So in place of x, we are going to put n there. Then in place of y, we are going to put the corresponding y value for n, which is 29. So we are going to say 29 is equal to 3 times x. What is the x? N. Put it there. Minus 4. Sorry for that. So we are going to get 29 is equal to 3n minus 4. We want n, so we group like this, giving us 29, 4 will come, plus 4. This is plus because it has crossed. Is equal to 3n. Put these two together. What are you going to get? You're going to get 33. So 33 is equal to 3n. You want n to stand alone. So what do? Excuse me. So we are going to clean. We want n to stand alone. So we divide this by 3. Divide this also by 3. So this will knock out this. 3 here 1, 3 here 11. For space, let's clean out this one. So we are going to get 11 is equal to n, which means n is equal to 11. So with the mapping that I just cleaned, n, the value of n that we were asked to find is equal to n. Is equal to 11, sorry. And the value of n is equal to 20. So this was what we were asked to do last year BECE 2021. You have to do this